in this pattern, and there is a source present. Then there is a short circuit across one of the resistance, and the values of resistances are, let us say this is your 70 volt DC source, this is 10 ohms resistance, and this one is 25 ohms resistance. And question is find I. Find I. Can anyone tell me the value of the current? Okay, if I give you the option for this, first option say 2 ampere, second option is say 0 ampere, third option is say 7 ampere, and fourth option is say infinity. Can anyone answer me this? What should be the value of current passing through 20 ohms, 25 ohms branch, which is short circuit? So there is a short circuit across 25 ohms branch. So can anyone tell me the value of this current? Yes, anyone? Just tell me the value of this current.
2 ampere.
You can take 1 minute to think.
Sir, 2 ampere.
Yes, come on. I think this is very simple. And
Sir,
this particular numerical is on redundant branch. The topic which we
0
discussed in
ampere.
yesterday's class. Come on.
Option B, 0 ampere.
Yes, come on, fast. Anyone?
0 ampere.
My voice is breaking. Please check. Because I find the internet connectivity well, but if still you find, okay, there is no, Shrija, there is no voice breaking, there is no voice problem.
No, sir.
Everything
it
is
is
clear.
fine. Yes, sir.
Shrija, actually, Shrija, just please check because I am not able to listen to you. Not, yes, just fine. Yes, okay. Now you can tell me whether is there any problem with the voice?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No
Am I
problem.
audible to all?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay. Is there any voice break?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Fine. So Shrija has written the value of the current is 0 ampere. Yes, that is correct. And in fact, all of you know why we have this particular condition, why the current is 0 ampere, because this particular path this particular path that is of 25 ohm resistance is shorted. Just a second. हॅलो, हाँ बोलिए बोलिए. हा आवाज येतोय, बोला ना. हो हो, पाठवून द्या, पाठवून द्या. हो चालेल चालेल. हो हो, ठीक आहे चालतं. ओके. Okay, so guys, this particular branch, there is a short circuit. So when we have a short circuit, it means very heavy current passes through this particular branch, right? So this point, the short circuit path is the path of current, and that current is called as short circuit current, which is very high. That is heavy current, huge current, or large current passes through this path, and therefore whatever the current is developed by this particular source, voltage source, that get diverted towards this path, and hence the current through this 25 ohms branch is 0 ampere. So we say this particular branch of 25 ohms is a redundant branch. This branch is called as a redundant branch, and as all of you know what is meant by redundant branch, the current through that particular branch is equal to 0 ampere. The current through that particular branch is 0 ampere, and therefore the correct option is option B. Okay, now is there any problem with this? Okay, now if you ask me what should be the value of current through 10 ohm branch, let us say that current is source current. So can anyone tell me the value of source current? What should be the value of source current? This is the value of current through 25 ohms branch. What should be the value of source current? Now don't write in a chat box, because like I am not able to see you. Otherwise I have to reduce.
7 ampere.
Okay, fine. And now I have reduced that window, presentation window. So if you want to write down the value of that current, source current, please write it down in a chat box. You are free to write down the value of value of that source current. What should be the value of source current? Okay, now if that particular 25 ohms branch is a redundant branch, it means there is no need to consider that branch in the circuit. There is no need to consider that branch, that is resistance, in the circuit. Yes, Pratik and Shrija has written correctly. It is 7 ampere. Okay, now I just give you the solution to that particular numerical. See, everyone has to participate so that you can clear your logic. Okay, so let us check. Now, as I said, this particular branch 25 ohms is a redundant branch. It means your circuit get reduced in this pattern. आपका circuit कैसे होगा? This will be like this. You get one short circuited path with the two elements present, that is 10 ohm resistance and and 70 volts voltage source. Now, why I am writing this as the direction of that source current in this pattern, that is anti-clockwise? Why I am considering the direction of that source current anti-clockwise? Because the positive terminal of that source current, source voltage, is on the lower side, whereas negative terminal of it is connected to the 10 ohm resistance. So therefore, we get the direction of that current, movement of that current anti-clockwise in the loop. So now 25 ohm branch is the redundant branch, and therefore we get the movement of current in this pattern. Yes, definitely this current can also be called as short circuit current, right? Okay, now how to get the value of that short circuit current or source current? That source current and short circuit current both will be same, and it is equal to, again, same, V upon R. Now why I am not writing R equivalent? Because there is single resistance present in the network. So therefore, the voltage which is there is 70 volt, resistance which is there is 10 ohms, and therefore 70 upon 10 is equal to 7 ampere. It's very simple, and therefore we have this. Okay, now I just take one more numerical here. Those who want to write down this, please write the answer solution. Okay, now another numerical. If you have one resistance connected in this pattern with a voltage source, with a resistance, with a voltage source, then again a voltage source and a resistance. So there are three voltage sources whose positive negative terminals are placed like this. Please check. So we have 1 ohm, 2 ohm, and say this is 3 ohm. Then this one is 30 volt, 5 volt, 5 volt. Okay, and find the value of loop current, or find the value of circuit current. Find the value of circuit current. So you have to find out the value of circuit current or loop current. So find out the value of circuit current or loop current. Yes. Please note down this and tell me the value of that circuit current. You can write it in the chat box. Okay. 3000. Achha. Okay, students, please find the answer. I am coming in 2 minutes.
Oh, 8 minutes आली. बाबा
घालून घे.
तुम्ही पहिले लवकर जा ना. Please hold. Like please hold. Oh no, need to call.
बरं ठीक आहे, ऑनलाईन पाठवून देतो मी तुला. ठीक आहे मग, ओके. Okay, so students, please check. Did you get the answers? Yes, please check. Just tell me the answers fast. Yes, fast. Tell me the answer fast. See, this particular pattern of numericals definitely will be there in the sessional examination and university examination. Yes, anyone? Yes, anyone? Fine. So I just tell you the answer to this particular question. Okay, we have to find out the value of circuit current. Now, based on the sources which are present here, 30 volt positive is upward, Okay, so let us consider this left hand side source as the starting source for the current. So I just consider positive is the starting point for the current, and on negative it ends. So let the current, circuit current is clockwise and its value is say I. Now by applying KVL to this circuit, here we have to use Kirchhoff's voltage law to this circuit so that we can form an equation. See, Ohm's law is not possible here because the circuit consists of 3 voltage sources. Ohm's law in this case is not possible because there are 3 voltage sources present. 3 voltage source. Okay, now if there are 3 voltage sources present, it means we cannot consider the equivalent voltage, right? So what we have to do, we have to apply Kirchhoff's voltage law. Now Kirchhoff's voltage law considers the sign convention. Kirchhoff's law, voltage law considers the sign convention. Now for voltage source of 30 volt, its sign convention is upward, that is negative to positive. So its value is plus 30. Plus 30. Then the value of current through 2 ohm branch is I, and the current enters from left hand side, so therefore it attains positive sign, and leaves from right hand side, therefore it attains negative sign. Now what is the voltage drop or voltage value across this 2 ohm branch? What should be the value of voltage drop across 2 ohm branch? It is twice I. 2 ohms multiplied by current. V is equal to I into R. I into R. So what is the value of resistance? It is 2. So therefore twice I. But as the direction of that current is from positive to negative, which are the signs assigned to that resistance, therefore it should have negative value. So what is the voltage drop across 2 ohm branch? It is minus twice I. Okay. Then for voltage source 5 volt, it is from positive to negative. It is from positive to negative. Therefore it is minus 5. Minus 5. Positive to negative minus 5. Okay. Now that current is entering into next second resistance. So the entrance assigned with positive sign. यानी यहाँ से वो enter हो रहा है. So therefore it is attained. It is assigned with positive sign, and the exit is assigned with negative sign. The direction of that current is again from positive to negative. The resistance value is 3 ohm. The value of current is I because there is single loop to it, and positive to negative is with negative sign, and the value of voltage drop is 3I. So therefore we can say this is voltage drop across 2 ohm branch. This is voltage drop across 3 ohm branch. Okay. Then that current reaches to 5 volt positive, leaves negative of 5 volt, right? And its moment is positive to negative. So therefore it is again with the negative sign, and hence it is minus 5. Okay. Then last resistance is 1 ohm, enters through positive sign and leaves through negative sign. We always consider the current which enters into the resistance is to be positive, and therefore the other side becomes negative, and its moment is positive to negative, and therefore it is minus I. Minus I, that is minus 1I, and minus 1I is another voltage drop. Okay. So now we have done with the complete values. How many elements are present? 3 voltage sources and 3 resistances. So therefore there are 3 equations present: 30, minus 2I, minus 5, minus 3I, minus 5, minus I. So therefore there are 6 equations to elements, that is 6, and hence last is equal to 0. Okay. Now I just write 30, right? So this is your 30 volt. This is 5 volt minus sign and minus 5. So 30 minus 5 minus 5. How much it is? 20, right? Minus 2I, minus 3I, minus I. So how much it is? Minus 2, minus 3, minus 5, minus 5, minus 1, minus 6. So therefore minus 6I equal to 0. And what is the value of current I? I is equal to 20 upon 6. 20 upon 6. And how much it is? It is 10 upon 3. And how much it is? 3 threes are 9, 1, 3 threes are 9, 1, 3 threes are 9, 1. So again, it is 3.33 ampere. That is what the value of current I, that is called as circuit current. So see, the to find the value of circuit current, it takes very less time. To find the value of circuit current, it takes very less time. Okay, so this kind of numerical can okay. So see. Okay, so see, this is what the value of source current or supply current or circuit current which we are getting 3.33 ampere. अब यहाँ पर आपको चॉइस दिया जा सकता है, say 6.66 ampere. Second choice maybe say 12.12 ampere. Third choice maybe say 3.33 ampere. And fourth choice is say 0 ampere. Okay. So your answer is answer C. See, the basic purpose of taking these numericals is to introduce you the type of numerical which may be asked in the multiple choice question pattern, and you have to give the revision to the numericals. Now, which topic we are revising? In first question, we have revised redundant branch. In first question, we have revised redundant branch. In second question, we have revised Kirchhoff's voltage law. Kirchhoff's voltage law. Okay. So now all of you please write down this answer. Is there any question related to this numerical? Yes, Pratik Allur, it's correctly written is it is 3.33 ampere. Hopefully I'm audible to all. There is no voice problem because the internet connectivity is good on my side, as I am using Wi-Fi, that is fiber, Geo fiber. So I don't think so there is any problem on my side. If you have any problem on your side, please check. Please check. Still, if you find any problem with the internet, the video, the recording related to this lecture is going to be uploaded on YouTube, and that will be available for you for the reference, for the revision, and later on you can check the contents, the deliverables, etc. So if you find any problem with the internet, you don't worry. The recording of the lecture is available. Hopefully you all are comfortable with this particular second numerical. Is there any question? Is there any query?
No, sir.
Is there any question or any query? Yes, someone wants to say something. If you find any question, you can write down right now in a chat box. Chat box में आप लोग लिख सकते हो. Okay, chal. So I think there is no query because no one is asking any question. But still, if you find any query, any question, you can type it in a chat box, or maybe you can WhatsApp me. You can call me at any time. Okay. Now I just move on to the next numerical. Okay. Generally, superposition theorem, simple numerical may be asked in the examination. So let us take this. This is our third practice numerical, revision numerical. Okay, if you have a 4 ohm branch connected in the network, with another 4 ohm branch, and there is a voltage source. There is a voltage source. Now, let us say there is a current source present here. There is one current source present here whose value is 10 ampere. Now I have two questions related to this. First question, is there any effect of 10 ampere? Is there any effect of 10 ampere current source in the circuit? Is there any effect of current source in the circuit? If you have options, say first, yes, second, no, third, cannot be determined, okay, and say last, data or none of the above, or say none of the above. So can you just answer me this? Is there any effect of this 10 ampere current source in the circuit? Is there any effect of current source in the circuit? Okay, now answer to this question is no. The reason is the 10 ampere current source is shorted with this branch. This short circuit branch offers very low value of resistance, and this is nothing but the internal resistance of the current source, as it is shorted. And as you know, for short circuit the value of resistance is very low, okay. Then for open circuit the value of resistance is infinity. It is infinity. We have already dealt with these fundamentals. ये fundamentals मैं आपको already बता चुका हूं कि अगर short circuit path है तो that path का resistance is very low, and open circuit path, if it is present, then it invites infinite resistance. Now if you talk about the current is resistance बहुत कम है, तो current is called as short circuit. Under open circuit it is 0 ampere. If you ask me about voltage, for short circuit the voltage is 0, and for open circuit the voltage is called as open circuit voltage. Okay, we are going to use this particular fundamental many times in the electrical engineering, maybe in this particular subject, in the network analysis, the control system. So later on this fundamental is important, and इसके बाद भी ये fundamental आपको use में है. So all of you please check this for short circuit. Now which part of or which element of this circuit is shorted is this current. That is, current source is short circuited. So if current source is short circuited, it means what happens, the 10 ampere gets a very low resistance path, and उसके लिए this becomes a loop, यानी ये एक loop बन जाएगा, and therefore that particular loop, this 10 ampere current experiences only this loop as a loop, and therefore it circulates the current in this particular loop only. Okay, so therefore there is no effect of that current of 10 ampere on in the circuit, and therefore its option is no. Okay, now if I ask you to find the value of current through this path, let us say this is A, terminal A, this is terminal B. So my second question becomes, find current through AB. Find current through AB. Now, how many sources present in this network? There are 2 sources present. So here you can apply. Now, hint, you can apply superposition theorem. Here you can apply superposition theorem. So can anyone tell me the first step? Can anyone just tell me the first step to get the answer? I just need first step to apply the superposition theorem. Step number 1. What should be the step number 1? Okay, I just start with step number 1. 10 volt voltage source is active and 10 ampere current source to be nullified, deactivated. So to deactivate this 10 ampere current source, you have to put a open circuit. Please remember, you have to put a open circuit. अब यहां पर देखिए, ऊपर मैंने जो फंडामेंटल दिया है, करंट 0 कब होगा? डीएक्टिवेट करना है, यानी क्या है? यू हैव टू मेक दैट करंट 0 एम्पियर. अब 0 एम्पियर कौन से कंडीशन में हो रहा है? अंडर ओपन सर्किट कंडीशन. सो इसका मतलब करंट सोर्स को आपको क्या करना है? ओपन सर्किट. प्लीज रिमेंबर दिस, करंट सोर्स मस्ट बी ओपन सर्किटेड. अब करंट सोर्स अगर ओपन सर्किट हो रहा है, तो व्हाट यू गेट नाउ? यू गेट दिस. अब यहीं से करंट आपको पाथ, इस ए बी टर्मिनल से करंट पाथ फाइंड करना है. सो नाउ यू गेट 10 वोल्ट वोल्टेज सोर्स, ठीक है, 4 ohm रेजिस्टेंस, this has 4 ohm resistance and current source is open circuited. Now you have to find the value of current through AB terminal. अब यहां से करंट जाने वाला आपको फाइंड करना है. अब वोल्टेज सोर्स पॉजिटिव ऊपर है, तो करंट यहां से, सोर्स करंट यहां से जनरेट होगा. लेट दिस बी सोर्स करंट. ये सोर्स करंट आपका पॉजिटिव से निकल के टर्मिनल ए तक पहुंचेगा और टर्मिनल ए पे वो डिवाइड होगा. एक पार्ट आपका पास होगा इस ए बी पाथ से और उसके बाद 4 ohm से, और दूसरा पार्ट आपका पास होगा इस 4 ohm रेजिस्टेंस से. नाउ द रेजिस्टेंसेस वैल्यूज आर सेम. ओके, नाउ as resistances or parallel resistances, I just write here as parallel resistances are same and also parallel, यानी वो parallel भी है, साथ साथ उनकी वैल्यू सेम है, and also parallel, hence voltage across each resistance. देखो पैरेलल कनेक्टेड है, सो वोल्टेज अक्रॉस ईच रेजिस्टेंस क्या होगा? तो वोल्टेज अक्रॉस ईच रेजिस्टेंस इज सेम. ओके, वोल्टेज अक्रॉस ईच रेजिस्टेंस इज सेम. यानी हम लोगों ने क्या लिखा कि रेजिस्टेंसेस लाइक R1 एंड R2 बोथ आर सेम. That is 4 ohm. It is same. Voltage across parallel resistance is same. It is same. Why? Since parallel connected. And for parallel connection, voltage is same. Okay. So if resistance is same, voltage is same. Therefore, current I1 and I2 both are equal, that is same. Okay, same, right? But as this resistance is 4 ohm, यानी यहाँ पे दोनों resistance की values 4 ohm है, so this current get equally divided. क्योंकि parallel होने की वजह से तो वो divide होगा ही ना. Get equally divided. अब यहां पर जो सोर्स करंट है, वी डोंट नो द वैल्यू ऑफ दैट सोर्स करंट, सो वी हैव टू फाइंड द वैल्यू ऑफ दैट सोर्स करंट, राइट? और दूसरा तरीका हम लोग कह सकते हैं कि we can you apply current division rule, or we can even use Kirchhoff's current law, falana falana. But simple way to write this is this one. यानी R1 R2 4 ohms same है, voltage is same since parallel connection, and therefore current I1 and I2 यानी current through 4 ohm branch, current through another 4 ohm branch is same, and that is therefore we can say that get equally divided. Okay, now let us find the value of source current. Can anyone tell me the value of source current? Is is equal to, now what we can write, Ohm's law, voltage upon equivalent resistance. अब voltage कितना है, 10 volt. इक्विवेलेंट रेजिस्टेंस कैसे फाइंड करेंगे, ये दोनों 4 ओम कैसे कनेक्टेड है, इट इज कनेक्टेड इन पैरेलल. सो यहां पर आई जस्ट राइट 4 पैरेलल 4. नाउ पैरेलल कॉम्बिनेशन क्या होगा दोनों का, इट इज R/2 बाय शॉर्टकट मेथड, R/2. सो इट इज इक्वल टू 10 upon 4/2. Now what is 4/2? It is 2, and therefore 10 upon 2 is equal to 5 ampere. But that is what the value of source current. That is what the value of source current. Okay. तो यहां तक हम लोगों ने source current find कर लिया. So what we did is we considered Ohm's law to get the source current, voltage upon equivalent resistance. R equivalent is written there because there are two resistances parallelly connected, and voltage is 10 volt. Parallel connection can be written as 4 parallel 4. As resistances are same, therefore the shortcut equation to get the equivalent resistance is R/2. R/2 means 4/2, and it's 2 ohms, right? So another way of finding that equivalent resistance is R1 R2. Those who don't know about that equation, they can write this, R1 R2 upon R1 plus R2. Now what is R1 R2? It is 4 into 4 upon 4 plus 4. 4 into 4, 16. 4 4s are 16. 4 plus 4, 8. And what is 16 upon 8? It is 2. So this is 2 ohms. So that same value I have calculated by using shortcut, that is 2 ohms. Okay. So now this is what the value of source current. So what is the value of source current? Source current is equal to 5 ampere. Now if this is 5 ampere, the I1 and I2 get equally divided. यानी यहाँ पर इक्वल डिवीजन कितना एम्पियर्स का होगा, it is 2.5 ampere. Now can I write the current through AB terminal? So current through AB terminal is 2.5 ampere. Why current through AB terminal is 2.5 ampere? Because यहाँ से वो करंट डिवाइड होके, जस्ट चेक, ये AB टर्मिनल से वही करंट पास होगा. So AB करंट जो है, the same current passes through this 4 ohm branch. So this 4 ohm branch का current is 2.5 ampere, and therefore current through this AB is also 2.5 ampere. Okay, this is your step number 1. This is your step number 1. 10 volt voltage source active, 10 ampere current source deactivate, that is 0 ampere. And to deactivate that current source, you have to put a open circuit. Okay, now step 2. Now what do you have to do? हमने 10 वोल्ट वोल्टेज सोर्स को एक्टिव रखा था. अब हम लोग क्या करेंगे, 10 एम्पियर करंट सोर्स एक्टिव एंड 10 वोल्ट वोल्टेज सोर्स डीएक्टिवेट. अब अगर 10 वोल्ट वोल्टेज सोर्स को डीएक्टिवेट करना है, इसका मतलब आपको क्या करना होगा, यू टू मेक इट 0 वोल्ट. अब ये वोल्टेज सोर्स 0 कब होगा, जस्ट सी द टेबल. When you put a short circuit, the voltage becomes 0. So here also you have to put a short circuit here. So I just make a diagram here again. So this is my original diagram with the 2 parallel resistances and a current source active. So current source यहाँ पर active है, whose value is 10 ampere. And this particular path is short circuited. And this is that path of AB where we have to find the value of current. यानी यहां से जाने वाला करंट आपको फाइंड करना. Okay, so tell me now this 4 ohm and 4 ohm. Here we have voltage source short circuited. Here voltage source short circuited. if voltage source is short circuited, it means what? This 4 ohm resistance is short circuited. It means what? This 4 ohm resistance is short circuited. अगर ये शॉर्ट हो रहा है, अगर ये शॉर्ट हो रहा है, तो आपको नया सर्किट कैसे मिलेगा? जस्ट से, हाँ, प्लीज लिसन टू दिस पर्टिकुलर न्यूमेरिकल वेरी केयरफुली. नाउ यू गेट करंट सोर्स इन दिस पैटर्न. हालांकि लॉजिकली मैं आपको लोगों को अभी बता सकता हूं कि व्हाट विल बी द वैल्यू ऑफ दैट करंट थ्रू दिस AB ब्रांच फॉर 10 ampere current source. Okay, now I just name this current source as I2 dash, I2 double dash, and the first value is I2 dash. पहले वाले को मैं I2 dash कर रहा हूं and second value is referred as I2 dash and second value is referred as I2 double dash. Okay, now this is your 10 ampere. This is B terminal, this is A terminal. अब ये पाथ तो आपका शॉर्ट हो गया. यहां पर क्या बचा हुआ है? ये रेजिस्टेंस 4 ohms रेजिस्टेंस. लेकिन ये 4 ohm रेजिस्टेंस किसके अक्रॉस कनेक्ट होगा? AB के अक्रॉस. और AB यहां पर ऑलरेडी शॉर्ट सर्किटेड. It is already short circuited. Now how much is the value of current through this particular 4 ohm branch? It is 0 ampere. Why 0 ampere? Because here you have a short circuit. So can you tell me the value of this AB current again? Let it be I2 double dash जो हमने लिखा है. Can anyone tell me? Okay, I just write it down that I2 double dash is equal to 10 ampere. Whose direction is like this? I2 dash whose direction is like this only. So this is from step 2. And what is step number 3? Step number 3, by superposition theorem, I2 is equal to I2 dash left to right, sorry, right to left, plus I2 double dash right to left. Now I2 dash is 2.5, I2 double dash is 10, and hence its value is 12.5 ampere. See, no one is going to ask you the steps to write in a multiple choice question, but definitely they will ask you this logical numerical. Are you getting my point? यानी यहाँ पर आपको दे सकते हैं कि find out the value of current through AB terminal only because of 10 volt voltage source. या they may ask you find out the value of current through AB terminal only because of 10 ampere current source. So your answer should be ready. So only because of voltage source of 10 volt, it is I2 dash. Only because of 10 ampere current source, it is I2 double dash. So 10 volt voltage source की वजह से कितना करंट आएगा? 2.5 एम्पियर. So ऑप्शन में रहेगा 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5. So your correct answer is 2.5 एम्पियर. 10 एम्पियर करंट सोर्स की वजह से AB से कितना करंट पास होगा? वहां पर चॉइसेस होंगे, से 5 एम्पियर, 10 एम्पियर, 20 एम्पियर, 30 एम्पियर. तो आपका करेक्ट आंसर क्या होगा? 10 एम्पियर. No one is going to ask you the total current because in multiple choice question only 1.5 minutes is generally given to solve the question. That may be logical, theoretical, or numerical based. So you get very less time to attempt the question, and therefore big questions may not be asked in the examination. Okay, so this is your third numerical, logical numerical. And this gives you the revision to superposition theorem. This gives you the revision to the superposition theorem. Okay. So this today's lecture is a recording available, going to be available on YouTube after just a 15-20 minutes. Then you can download that if you want. You can just check the video there on YouTube. The link will be shared after 30 minutes. Okay. Fine. So that's all with this. If you have any query, please put. If you don't find any query, please put your attendance in the chat box. हाँ बोला. हेलो. हाँ बोला. हो चालेल. हाँ ठीक है चालतो. ओके. Okay, so there is no question from your side. Yes, Pratik is asking, is there any other method to get the answer? Yes, I already said by using current division, by using Kirchhoff's current law, you can find the answer. Even by using Kirchhoff's voltage law, you can try to find the answer. If you want, we can solve that numerical in tomorrow's lecture. कल के lecture में. अच्छा, all of you please listen. Tomorrow I have to take one extra lecture because last week we missed 2 lectures. So tomorrow I have to take 1 lecture. So after 11:15 wala gap, 15 minutes ka gap, 11:30 I'll start your extra lecture. Okay. Okay. Is there any question? Is there any other question? All of you have put your attendance in the chat box. Okay, fine. So you don't have any question? If you don't have, you can leave. Thank you so much.
Hello, sir. Hello.